What's poppin'?
We back with another episode of
Brooklyn Boys.
We shouldn't even have to say it, man. We like episode 50
Radio.
something, but I'm gonna just say radio.
Why we gotta say it no more? I like saying radio. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Right out.
Listen, I'm on Hinge right now. Let me rock.
Look at that. Wait.
That's what happened when you single. I don't got nobody.
No day naps for me, brother. No more. Kind of glad to be off the market, to be honest with you. It's crazy out there.
Oh, trust me, I be meeting crazies. Look, I'm texting right now while I'm on here.
Look at that. Can we get back to the audience?
Yeah, I'm coming, man. I gotta answer this woman.
Pause.
Oh, come on, I don't play that. I'm from Brooklyn.
How are y'all doing today?
I'm good, bro. You can handle the show while I handle this.
Handle the show? What do you want me to tell these people?
Let me handle this. He ain't got nothing to say about it.
Tick. Talk.
Huh? All right, how was your birthday? That's right. Suave said, how was your birthday?
It rained all day. I had a good birthday, though.
Yeah, but I seen you in where you went?
I was at Mastro's.
Mastro's. Yo, do you get that pound cake? Is that pound cake? What is it?
I don't know what kind of cake.
Butter cake.
I don't know what kind of cake they gave me. They gave me a cake, though. Food was really good.
It was like a round cake, like golden cake, butter cake.
I
like
know
that
it was
butter
good
cake, bro.
And you know, I'm not really a sweets guy, but you know, I had a good cake there. Had some red velvet cake earlier in the day,
Yeah, I'm staying
food
away
was really good, though.
I'm lusting over the cake because I'm staying away from sweets right now. So we're gonna finish talking about your birthday, then I'll tell you my adventure this week has been crazy. But yeah, but what you had? You had a steak?
No, I had the Chilean sea bass.
I hate niggas like you to go to steak restaurants and don't order no steak.
I had Chilean sea bass, but I had some steak.
Okay, so you had somebody else's steak. All right.
Yeah, you know.
Last time I got a steak there, that shit was so big. It took me 3 days to eat that shit, bro.
Yeah, you know what's funny? It was 3 of us. My daughter came along, you know, with me and my lady friend, and Storm looking at the menu. She's like, you think I'm gonna like the caviar?
Caviar?
Yo, that's what Storm said. Storm's
that shit's like $1,000,
She's
man.
like, Dad, you think I'm gonna like the caviar? I was like, nah, I don't
get
think
your ass out that menu, Storm. They got a kids menu. I just said, Storm, they got a kids menu on there? Somebody give it a kids menu.
Yo, Storm is great.
Caviar. She was joking or she was serious?
She was dead ass serious. Bro.
Caviar.
She was dead serious.
Storm, you know what my mother said?
I said, you practicing for guys to take you out when you get older.
Oh, my mother would have said, your chest too blood clot high.
Yeah. Oh, man. Nah, but I had a good time, real good time.
Nah, that's good, man.
2 loves of my life.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad you had a good time on your birthday.
Too bad my daughter couldn't make it from Chicago, you know. But love you too, Pagey/Drew.
I don't think she wants you to call her Pagey Wagey, my daughter.
Hey, listen, I call her Pagey Wagey all the time.
Oh, my God. Paige, bear with that nigga.
It's Pagey Wagey and Stormy Wormy.
I'm done. I'm sorry for you girls.
And Avery Wavy.
Oh, man. Now, Avery is cool. She's 4 years old.
Listen, I used to call Avery Lil Duquan.
Yeah, I remember.
I used to call
Lil
Duquan when she was a baby.
On the phone with him. Like, why you keep calling her that, man?
Because she used to act up. I used to be like, stop acting like a little project kid, Lil Duquan.
This guy was crazy calling his kid that. I was like, yo, just leave her alone, man. Stop calling her.
You know why I stopped calling that? Because she started responding to Lil Duquan.
Yeah, because of you.
Yo.
That's how much you call her. I'd be like, yo, Mo, stop calling her that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but I had an eventful week, man. Like, not even eventful because I did anything. Because I absolutely did nothing.
Okay. Sometimes you need that.
I didn't have the energy to do nothing. Mm-hmm. I went on a 72-hour water fast.
Okay.
I know you said you do the 36 hours.
I do 36 hours. 72 hours it's a bit much.
Boy, let me tell you something, bro.
Did you see God?
Oh, my God. I think I went to heaven and came back. Yo, son. So I started Saturday night because I went out. I went to Dame & Buster's and actually watched the game and the fight and then played some video games, had fun.
Okay.
I had fun there and shit. And then I stopped eating around like 9:30 that night. Mm-hmm. And from there, I didn't eat again until Tuesday night. 10 o'clock, and then went straight into a fruit fast. So from water fast to fruit fast, which I was grateful for fruit, like
Of course.
anything.
You
to
know,
eat at
after you fast, because I usually break my fast with fruit. That'd be the best tasting fruit you
Fruit
ever had
Yo,
in
bro.
your life. And you know what's so crazy? After you fast and you eat that first piece of fruit, you can literally feel it going through your body. Like it's nuts. It's nuts. You know, and that's the thing, you know, because they say that fasting is very close with meditation and that it just brings you more in touch with your body. And I swear to you, like when I eat after I fast, I could literally feel the food going through my body and coursing through my veins.
I would tell you, yeah, I could feel it, but my body was totally empty, so I felt anything. I felt anything, and it was cool. And you know, the fast was cool, but it was mental, bro. I was hungry, but it was mental. And at some points, it was just my stomach was just like, yo, like noise is crazy. But when I took the first bite of the fruit, because I ain't eaten a couple of days, like my whole back mouth felt numb. Like it was just like a sensation I never felt. Like it felt like, because my mouth was like, yo, you biting again? You chewing something again? So that was kind of crazy. And then going into the fruit fast, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I'm going back to the gym, going to the fruit fast, I'm able to defecate again, thank God, because I wasn't doing nothing. Like just water was coming through me. I was kind of scared about that. I knew I was drinking water, but I was like, yo, what happened to the food that I ate? You know what I'm saying? So the fruit fast now is a lot better. I still be craving for a steak though. I want a steak or I want egg. I want something. But after I eat the fruit, what I will say, I'm fine. I don't be hungry. You know what I'm saying?
So you're still doing the fruit fast right now?
Yeah, still doing fruit fast. Just fruit.
How long are you doing the fruit fast for?
I don't know yet, man.
Or how much longer, I should say?
I don't know. I was gonna do it for like three to 5 days, but I don't know. Whenever I decide to stop, I stop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, right now I'm doing it for a couple of days though. Definitely for a couple of days, and then I'm going into like either the 1 meal a day I haven't decided, or like a 40-day reset type of thing. No carbs at all, and just proteins and vegetables.
Okay.
I'm getting right, man. Before the new year come in, you know how some people do it after the new year? I'm doing it before the new year. I'm gonna get myself together because I put on mad weight the last couple of weeks. When we went to Mexico, you know, like I said, I got a sweet tooth problem. I got addicted to cookies and cakes, and went to Mexico, and I just got dumb, and I came back and never stopped. Every meal I had to have something sweet after every meal. So
once you do crack, you can't go back.
yeah, I don't have no really vices. You know, you got any vices?
I mean, I like an occasional drink.
Man, I don't have a vice, bro. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I think food and maybe women could be my vice, bro. Like, and
I think definitely women is your vice.
Yeah, but women is patent. You keep saying that type of shit, bro. You know me, bro. I used to be around so many women all the time.
But that still doesn't mean that.
Yeah, but I don't really have that. Like, it's more. I think food is the sweets has become more the vice now.
Okay, question. Can you go without it?
Yeah, for about a week. 2 weeks.
Then that's your vice.
Well, the longest I've ever been without it, as an adult, I think, is 3 weeks.
Then that's your vice.
3 weeks. That's because I was praying and fasting.
But this is what I'm saying. Then that's your vice.
Yeah, but I don't need to have it every night, though.
It doesn't have to be. If you can't go more than 3 weeks.
I never tried to go more than 3 weeks. I just only because I never had to. It was never a reason to.
But the fact that you said you think you can go 2 to 3 weeks without it.
No, I've done 3 weeks because I fast every year. So usually when I fast, I don't participate. When I'm fasting and praying.
Okay,
right?
What's the longest you think you can go without it?
I don't know, bro.
All right, and if you don't know, then that's your vice.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm
and when you say that,
I don't know.
When you say that, like when I really think about it, like alcohol ain't necessarily my vice. It's something that I enjoy a drink, but I know I can go years without alcohol, so I wouldn't necessarily say it's my vice, because your vice is that thing that you kind of can't live without. I don't know about that,
because when you start to drink, you like to drink.
I do like to drink, but I also went 5 years without drinking.
No, you did, but I tell you this, as my boy, if you in your depressed state, like shit ain't going right, you upset, you take a drink.
Yeah, but I don't have an addictive personality.
Like for me, I like sweets. Like when I'm upset, or shit ain't going right, I need comfort food.
I understand, but what I'm telling you is I don't have an addictive personality, right? Like I have the discipline to literally say, I'm not doing this no more. And I cannot do this shit for years. You understand? When a vice is something that you kind of can't live without. You get where I'm coming from? So that's why I said I think that women may be a vice because
You can live without coochie?
I believe I can. I honestly, you know how I honestly believe I can. To be honest with you.
How long you haven't been
What's the
without
longest? I've probably gone like 7 months. Seriously.
No bitches didn't want you?
It's not that nobody wanted me. Yo, bro, that my mind just wasn't there.
No bitches wanted this nigga, big. That's what happened. That's
in,
what really
in the
happened.
history of my life, there's never been a time that no women wanted
Yeah,
me.
they didn't want
Ever.
you. They didn't want you, bro.
Ever.
They didn't want you.
Ever.
7 months. Fuck
No,
outta here.
I'm dead serious.
This guy's crazy.
Why does that make me crazy?
7 months? You was locked up?
No, I wasn't locked up. No.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing 7 months, bro.
Yeah, like,
I ain't doing 7 months. I'm sorry.
and that was intentional.
Just suave. Intentionally. This nigga, he tortured himself for no reason.
Why is that?
It's
Why is
torture.
that?
Yo, suave.
why
How
is that
long
torture?
you ain't? How long? What's the longest time you didn't have no coochie?
Probably like 3 weeks.
Sounds about right, man.
Okay.
Wish Tigo was here, man. Got asked Tigo this question about 3 weeks. I don't know. Then I think most men coochie might be their vice then.
Not necessarily. I mean, listen. I think sex is a vice for a lot of men. You understand? But for me, it's just not the priority, bro. Like,
I don't need it to feel, but I don't need sex to feel good. I need food to feel good. Like, you don't understand, when I eat a piece of cake or cookie, that shit make me feel good. I'm happy again, bro.
So I mean, sweets could be a vice as well
Nah,
as well as sex.
Yeah, nah, I need sweets, bro. But I ain't picking no cake, no cake or no cookie over no coochie.
There you go. There you go.
If I had to lose one, if they said, yo, you gotta lose one, the cake and cookies could go, bro. I'm not losing no vagina, but like, we ain't doing that. For the rest of your life?
Listen to me, if they told me that I had to go the rest of my life without,
You got 60 more years.
yeah. I mean, of course, not for no reason. Like, let's say, yo, we'll give you $100 million if you don't have sex for the rest of your life. I honestly believe I could do it.
See, I don't want $100 million and can't have no sex. Because that ain't no fun. $100 million ain't no fun.
We're talking about.
Listen, for the rest of my life, if I got $100 million and can have no sex, the sex ain't no fun, bro.
Sex ain't no fun. The money is no fun, you mean?
The money, that's what I mean. Look, it got me
No,
confused.
listen,
the
bro,
money ain't no
we're
fun.
not talking about a realistic situation.
I'm just saying, yeah, but the money ain't
But
no fun.
listen, you're absolutely right, because the beauty of having money is the freedom to do whatever you
Whatever
like.
you want.
You understand? So to be restricted in that way kind of defeats the purpose of having the money.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, I
I'm
can't
just
go
telling
to-
you, listen, yes, I'm being a little extreme to say that I probably could go the rest of my life without having sex. I'm just saying that I know I have the discipline to hold out.
Yo, Tico here. Shout out to the Woodstack too.
Wood Steezy.
Yo, Tico, what's the longest you ever went without sex? Or the longest you could go without sex?
I went about a year already.
Okay. Tico,
Why? You was in jail?
Nah, I was with wifey, man. Sometimes that shit happens.
So you was with your wife and didn't have sex with your wife?
He said,
Wait.
hold on, I'm confused.
It don't make no sense. You was with your wife. Y'all didn't have sex for a year.
Yeah, man.
You had an outbreak or something?
Nah.
He said you had an outbreak or something. This guy crazy. Yeah, no, because I told him I went.
We did 20 years, so.
I told him I went 7 months without.
So
And
wait
he's
a minute.
acting like it's crazy.
So you went a year with a wifey in your house, in the bed.
I mean,
They've been together for 20 years.
honestly, it was during a time where it was some things.
There was issues going on.
Yeah, it was some things going on.
So he had something happening.
Yeah.
He had something happening and he mentally
Nah, but
was.
it's not hard, though.
Yeah. That's
So you
what-
think now today, excuse me.
When you have a woman, it's not hard.
Damn, that's even worse. If you got a woman you don't want to have
I don't
sex
think so, because I think when you're in a relationship and y'all get into a certain rut, yo, bruh, you're moving on the inertia of being in a relationship. I think that it doesn't even come to your mind.
And that's maybe that's the reason why some relationships break up because of sex. Because If somebody feels deprived in that, or y'all having y'all issues, and that's not happening.
But that sounds like it was mutual between them.
No, yeah, nah, but but they also say sex bring a connection, right? It brings a connection. So when you break that connection,
I think after y'all been together for 20 years,
so
I do agree. Listen, I do agree that sex creates, that there's a bond that is created. But I think after 20 years, y'all have y'all bond. And it's not that the bond can't be improved upon. That's not what I mean. But you have to understand the people that have been together for 20 years.
Nah, I seen a study just the other day, a scientific study.
I need to know where you get your studies from,
I seen
first
the study.
and foremost.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I seen the study. They said when a man ejaculates into a woman and makes her more connected to him and wants her, wants to be with him.
You're not ejaculating into a woman all the time.
Yo, you wasn't ejaculating to your wifey all the time?
Yo, bro, that brings kids. Do you know that?
She could be on birth control.
I don't trust that. Even if they on birth control, I'm pulling out.
Birth control, I'm letting loose. I'm letting loose. I'm letting loose all in that. I shoot the whole thing up. Don't even tell me you got broke. Look, if you tell me you got a plan B on the dresser, I'm letting go.
This guy's crazy.
Matter of fact, talk about plan B. They saying that if you over 165 pounds, plan B may not always work for you, as well if you less than 165 pounds. So y'all niggas that got the big chicks out there, be careful.
Sounds like some lightweight people got a lawsuit on their hands.
Yeah, it's a couple of things that'll stop you. But yeah, Tico, that's kind of crazy, bro.
I don't think that's crazy.
So wait a minute. So let me ask this question. We can go on to the next topic. So
that happened in the middle of the relationship, and there was no, it didn't cause any separation. We were still strong after that.
So let me ask you this. Can you go without sex, like right now today, just being a dating man? Say you're not in a relationship.
No.
You see what he's saying? So if he's not in a relationship.
But I wasn't dating.
No, hold on, time out.
Oh.
If he's not in a relationship, he can't go without it. But if he's in a relationship and he was going through something, he could go without because of the circumstance, which is kind of backwards.
But he can still go without, though. Regardless.
Listen what he said.
But he can still go without.
No.
What?
He said no.
He would choose not to. But
so how long you think you could go without sex?
Right now?
Right now today.
Oh no, I could go. I could go.
He could go. He just would choose not to.
I mean, I'll go more than a year if I have to.
Y'all niggas belong in prison. That's all I got to say. Y'all niggas belong in prison.
If I have to. I didn't say want to.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
I did not say want to.
Nice. I ain't going without the sex. I'm just telling y'all that right now.
Congratulations.
If I had to because of some health reasons.
3 weeks.
Yeah, nah. If I'm fasting and praying for God, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Yeah, that's different. But for me, I'm weak. When it comes, huh? When I'm weak,
You know they say that anything you can't live without, you're a slave to.
Well, listen, I'm a slave to somebody's vagina. Okay. I'm cool with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. As long
Have
as
a
you're
vagina,
cool, as long as you're cool with it. If you like it, I love it.
God made Eve for a reason, for me. Anyway, in other news today, let's get into some news today. Talk about sex is not really the sex stuff we want to talk about.
This guy only just want to talk about sex.
No. Talking about sex. This is about Takeoff. R.I.P. Takeoff. He had some rape allegations against him or something like that. Supposedly it happened before he died. Shorty said that
they were waiting for them to work out the probate situation with his finances, and now that that's been worked out, she wants his mother.
Yes, but he did say that that's totally false before he died. And now I think the court is now saying that they want to work it out with his mother now after he's passed away, which I find extremely crazy. And if we're going to start moving like this in law, a lot of people got a lot of trouble with being, not just on rape allegations, murder, robbery, all kind of stuff. They could go to your family.
Yeah, I mean, how do you try a man if he's not sitting, if he's not there in the court to defend himself? That really doesn't make sense, you know? I feel like that's like, how do you bring up charges on a ghost?
But it sounds like you more just want the money. And that makes me go, where your integrity at, again?
Yeah, but see, this This is the issue, man, and I keep saying this. Unfortunately, we live in a world where there are legal loopholes. And when something is possible through the law, people take advantage of that. Like, that's the reality of the situation, you know. And that's why it's very important for men of a certain stature to protect themselves, you know. And it's crazy because there really is no protection that you can have if people are just creating allegations. But unfortunately, this is the law, bro.
Yeah, no, this is just crazy, man. Yeah, that's just crazy to me. I don't even know how the dead man fights for himself or defends his honor or defends his name.
But how do you even win that case when that man is not there
and how
to
do you fight his
defend
mama,
himself?
like who's left behind? Like to me, it's like the stupidest thing in the world. Hopefully, this thing gets thrown out.
Because see, this is how I see it. You're not you're not suing this man. You're suing his bank account. Because the only reason you can continue with the suit, although he's no longer here, is because the finances still exist. You get what I'm saying?
Yo, listen, like I said, it's crazy to me. If he had no money, I wonder what would be happening right now. So, yeah, that's just crazy to me.
I don't know. I do think that we're starting to push this envelope a little too far left.
Well, that's what happens when you start pushing envelopes far left. Then you just be having a whole bunch of nonsense out there. So that's what it's gonna be. Listen, the rapper Finesse 2 Times. That's how you say his name.
It's okay when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck him.
I seen him. I'm not too familiar with him, but I heard his rap. I did hear him rap and freestyle one time. He did kill a rap that I heard. But yeah, but I did see something. To me, was kind of crazy. To me, maybe not crazy to you, but his brother came out and said that his brother let his boys jump him.
Uh-huh.
Now, could you let your boys jump your brother?
Nah, that's not. I don't care what issues we have. Like, you know, that's not. You know, I think back to like when I was 18, and a friend of mine had left his bike in my crib. And his bike was in my room. My older brother came in the room and he was beefing, whatever, about something. And he walked out he was walking out my room and he tripped over the bike. And you know, he got pissed off because he tripped over the bike. So he grabbed the bike and he's trying to drag the bike out the crib. You know what I mean? So I grabbed the handlebars and he grabbed the back of the wheel, and it's like a little tug of war. And he just like drops the back tire and he just snuffs me. You know what I mean? This is my older brother. Like, my brother used to whoop my ass. And I've never reacted on my older brother, but in the heat of the moment, I just reacted. And I just duffed him. Boop! And he dropped. So when he dropped, he got back up. And I'm like, what happened? And he ran to the kitchen. And then they got a knife. You know what I'm saying? He came back with the knife or whatever. And I'm just standing there looking at my brother like, this is my older brother. You understand what I mean? He's never come at me that way. And at the time, like, I was out there in the streets wilding.
But you never came at him that way.
But I never came at him that way either. But at the time, I was out there in the streets wilding. So I just look at him. I'm like, you gonna go get a knife? I said, man, now you can't come outside no more. Right? This is exactly what I said. You know what I'm saying? And he put down the knife or whatever, and he left. Man, 2 days later, it was right back to my brother going, yo, go to the store for me. Like, because that's my older brother. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm never gonna put my brother in a situation. You know what I'm saying? For my brother to be like, nah, never.
Yeah,
never.
I can't see under any circumstance. First
yeah,
of all,
man. Like,
my mother will beat my ass to this day. Like, are you crazy? We was taught at all.
And for me, it's not even about my mom's. I just couldn't. I couldn't
do it. But I'm just saying the principles that we was brought up on. I could never have somebody go jump my brother. My brother could have been on crack, God forbid. You know what I'm saying? I could never. If it's either I'm whipping his ass or nobody's whipping his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I could tell you there could be a situation where my cousin maybe could fight my brother, and they got to have a one-on-one fight, right? And I break it up, right?
Maybe, yeah, but that's family.
Maybe one of my good friends, or our good friends, because me and my brother got the same friends. And they was fighting with each other, and they beefing, they want to fight each other.
But I'm sure that's because you consider those friends family.
Family. And I'm about to get into that too. And I'll be like, all right, y'all niggas gonna have to duke it out, and we'll break it up. But under no circumstances
to have a bunch of niggas jump your brother.
My brother. That's never gonna happen. Not in this lifetime.
That's crazy. That's cause a lot of rappers have Scarface dreams, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's kind of crazy. You could have whipped your brother on ass. So if your brother violated one of your niggas, tell your nigga to shoot that nigga a fair one. And I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, what makes it worse is
I don't even know if I could do that.
It wasn't that the brother had an issue with the dudes. The brother had an issue with his brother, and then he got the dudes to jump his brother.
Oh, that's
like,
wild. He wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's wilding for that.
That's
my
the
G,
wild thing.
Wilding for that. If that's the case, if your brother had an issue with you and then you got two dudes to jump him, you all the way a sucker.
Yeah, that's sucker shit. Nigga, throw the hands.
Yeah,
nigga.
you a sucker. Yeah, go fight your brother.
Go fight your brother. Like,
go fight your brother. Y'all squash it and hug and be friends afterwards. That's sucker shit, dude.
Exactly.
Yo, this light too bright in my face, Suave. I can't see nothing, but I can't even see the camera. I'm like squinting at it, but anyway.
I just watched Gremlins. Bright light, bright light.
Yeah, I can't even see the camera. I'm trying to look at the camera, but I can't. It's hard to see. It's like blinding me. It usually blind me, but it's blinding me. I see it better now. Yeah, but straight sucker shit, if that's the case, what you did to your brother, that's straight uncalled for and unnecessary. You don't do no things like that to your family, to your brother, especially y'all came out the same womb or the same.
No more codes.
The same sperm or something, same balls and whatever. Y'all.
No more codes.
You don't do nothing like that. But I guess that goes into my next question, though. Does blood make you family?
No. I always say, fuck family if the only thing that's bonding us is blood, bro. And I'm always the first to say that a lot of my family ain't my friends, and some of my friends are my family. I think that blood makes y'all connected. It doesn't make y'all. I don't think that shit makes y'all family because there's some of your family that don't even like you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would tell you the same thing. I could think of a family member right now, like for any one of my close friends, any one of my close friends, any one of my friends I call family, yeah, I snuff him. I don't even care. Like, I'll be honest. I won't put him on First Street, but yeah, I don't even F with that dude at all. Like, and I wouldn't want no harm to come to him, cause he my family. Cause I know how we was raised. That's not supposed to happen. But what I am saying to you is, if I had to give you something or give him something, I'm gonna make sure you good. I don't really care about that.
Listen, man, I've had my family do wild shit, bro. Like, I've had my family.
Oh, you told me wild stories.
Wow. I mean, yo, bro, listen to me, man. You know, and because of that, like, me feeling this way, it was a process. You understand? It was from constantly being backstabbed. It was from how many times dudes gonna show you they don't give a fuck about you before you just say, yo, you know what? Yeah. I get it. You don't give a fuck about me. I'm gonna let that be. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, your love is genuine, so you just choose to love them from afar, and you leave it at that. Because I think that's what goes back to what you were saying, where it's like I wouldn't wish no bad on them. I wouldn't celebrate any misfortune. I wish them the best, but I know the type of individuals that they are, and I just don't need them in my circumference. And for me, you know, it just got to a point where family kept doing shit to the point where I realized that my love was being used as a weakness, and it got to a point where there was something that was done that it actually made me start contemplating literally doing something to my family. And that was, to me, that was the line where it was like, I'm never gonna allow somebody to provoke me to a point to block my own blessings, because I believe that doing something to blood, my nigga, that's something you could never come back from.
Yeah, I had a family member that stole from me one time, that stayed in my crib, stole from me. And I'm telling you this right now, if we was on a cliff and it was him and then one of my close friends I had to pull up from the cliff, and only could pull one nigga up, I'm letting that nigga drop. I'll be honest with you. I'm not pulling a nigga up.
It be like that sometimes.
I'm not pulling him up from no cliff. And I tell you, that's my word.
Because you know why? Because that'll be the same dude that you'll pull up from the cliff, and as soon as he get behind you, he push you off that same motherfucking
right off the cliff. Yeah. I believe that,
you understand what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Yo, there's one time that the same cousin of mine, like I said, I ain't gonna say his name. He had took some dude's equipment from their house, right? Their music equipment. Told him, yo, I'm a music producer. I'm using the equipment, so he borrowed it from them and told him I was using it. Left town, sold the nigga equipment, My doorbell rings one day. Some dude at the door. I don't know. I'm like, what's up? He asked me for him. I'm like, he's not here. He said, yeah, I just came to pick up my equipment. He told me you got my equipment. You've been using it. You're a producer. I said, you use your equipment? I got your equipment. What equipment are you talking about? I said, that dude went back to wherever, he came from.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, but he told me he gave it to you and I just want my equipment back. Now, this kid wasn't like that, right? But I wonder if he was like that.
But what if he was, yeah?
I don't even know what he was talking about, bro. I didn't even know this nigga was in the music. You know what I'm saying? He took his money and left town, took the equipment and got the money for it and left town. Listen, I'm letting that nigga fall off a cliff, bro. So you know who I'm talking about. So you could hope you got wings, nigga, because I ain't pulling you up off no cliff.
It be like that sometimes.
Blood don't make you family.
Love those who love you.
Man, I got a couple of my friends that's like my family. Right now, we'll tell you right now, we family. Like, our parents will tell you we family. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been down with each other for so long and been with each other for so long. I could call 2 of my dudes right now that ain't my blood. It don't matter what it is that I need. I could 3 of them. One of them I fight with all the time. I could call them right now and be like, yo, I'm coming.
Pause.
We don't play that over here, man. That's an uptown thing, man. We don't play that in Brooklyn.
That was too funny for me to pass on.
Yeah, but it is funny, though. But I don't play that shit, man. I'm from Brooklyn, man. Yeah, but yeah, they definitely coming through. I'm going to say that.
Oh, okay. That's better.
That's better. Let me say
Because I
that.
wanted to know why you calling him, telling him, hey, I'm coming.
Whatever, man. But other celebrity news real quick. I did see Kodak Black come out and say that, I know a couple of weeks we were saying that, he got caught on some cocaine charges. He said it wasn't cocaine that he had. But I listened to Kodak Black interview, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I'm quite sure I heard. I actually somebody look it up earlier.
Well, it's hard to understand him when he speaks.
Sometimes his slur is crazy. He do got that drug slur.
He do.
He does. He does.
He got that dope fiend slur.
Yeah, he definitely do. And he say, he don't take no meth or nothing like that. But I know I heard him say he smoke his weed and his lean, right? And he take his lean. Now, isn't lean like liquid heroin? Like,
yeah, lean is an opiate, man.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said he had in his cup. And
man,
he said he's trying to get help. He said he tried to put himself in rehab before.
I will say this, man. I think all we could do is pray for that young man. Lean is a serious addiction, bro. Mm-hmm. And I will also say that once you get hooked on it, it's one of the hardest habits to kick. You be throwing up blood, you be shitting blood, your stomach be cramping, and it's very.
Yeah, we had a friend. We got a good friend that's out there in the world, a celebrity and shit. And hopefully one day we might get him on the show. He might tell a story.
It's very tough to kick that habit.
Kick the habit, yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's not criticize that young man, because sometimes you open that door and it's not as easy to close it back, you know what I mean? So I think all we could do is keep that young man in our prayers and wish him the best. Of course, hold him accountable, because only through accountability will people strive to do better. But get that young man some grace, man, because, once again, he's young, and...
Yeah, but I don't think it's just the fact that he's young. I think it's the fact that people look at it that he keep getting chance after chance too, right?
Listen, your man got pardoned by the president.
President, right? He getting chance after chance. He has success, and he keep putting himself in that place.
Yeah, but a lot of times, man, people just think that success is a one-sided coin.
No, definitely.
There's a duality with success, man. Success comes with a lot of pressure. Like, the average person can't imagine your every move being put under a goddamn microscope, bro. That's a lot of pressure to deal with.
You know what I never understood, though? Because being in the studio for the years that I've been in the studio, I never understood why some dudes did Molly or some dudes did lean. I seen a lot of dudes do. I've been in rooms. I won't name the rappers when niggas was on lean and heroin, like for real, and through the whole meeting, it's like 15 niggas in the room, and the dude just doing like this.
They nodding off
all day. Nobody saying nothing. He the breadwinner. Nobody ain't saying nothing. I've been in rooms like that, but I never understood why dudes ran the drugs. Like, I don't understand.
I'm gonna tell you this, right?
Yeah, I never understood it.
Looking back how we grew up, right? And I didn't realize it back then, but the truth is, you wonder why drugs are so abused in our communities. And it's because a lot of us have PTSD from the way we grew up, man. And the alcohol, the marijuana, the lean, like that's how we numb ourselves. You know, I know for a fact, I know me, like when I was in my upper teens or whatever, man, I used to be drinking 40 after 40 after 40 after 40, bro. You know, and me and my man, God bless the dead, me and my man Woods, like, bro, we run through 10 to 15 40s in a day. And back then, I was too young to understand it. But growing up and looking back, I realized that I was self-medicating, my nigga. I was numbing myself from all the inner pain and all the trauma because, you know, trauma was such a norm in our neighborhoods that we look at it as nothing, and we don't really realize the amount of weight that we carry. I remember when I was 17, my mother telling me, like, yo, how many friends do you lose a year? Because I was dealing with so much death. You know, she's like, at your 17-year-old age, you lose more friends than me at my old age. You get where I'm coming from? And as much as that, and that explains why, you know how I am as far as death now. And you be like, yo, bro, like, I don't understand you when it comes to death. But it's because I've grown so desensitized. But it's so crazy because I remember when my daughter's mother died, right? And I went back to all these old pictures of me and her. And when I looked at the pictures, yo, bro, there was a brightness in my eyes. There was a brightness in my smile that I don't even see in pictures no more. That's no longer there.
I put up a picture, you had brightness in your eyes and your smile.
Shut up, man. And it made me realize that as much as I felt like everything I've gone through in my life didn't affect me, it did. You get what I'm saying? And I think that that's the reason why these young guys from our communities, why they use so much drugs, is because, bro, man, the way that we grew up and the things that we go through in our hoods, the amount of death that we deal with, the amount of violence, it isn't normal.
But I would tell you yes and no right to that, right? Because, man, I went to so many funerals coming up. You know, I told you my first friend died at like 11 years old, got a stroke.
I lost my first friend in the 2nd grade. I still remember his name was Clifford.
Yeah. So, so for me, I think what we say perspective is just different, right? Because you know me, I ain't never smoked no weed. I don't drink liquor. And I had the same opportunities as all my friends is. You come from Flatbush, I'm from East New York. And back in them days, East New York was the #1 crime area. You know, we used to find niggas dead. Like, it's just crazy where we lived at. It's bugged out now to say that, but you find somebody. It was a norm. Like, like I'm not even making it up. Like, that's how it was. You find somebody get shot, one of your friends would get shot, somebody get shot around the corner, it was just crazy. That's how it was when we was growing up.
And it was I'm not gonna say it was a daily thing, but it definitely was a weekly thing.
You go to your block, you come home from school, the block is, you know, it's yellow taped up. You can't even get on your block after school. Coming home sometimes because of the shootouts. Or you hear, I still hear the screams of my aunt be like, yo, my godmother, get down. Because the bullets are people shooting and they coming through, the bullets was going through people's windows. So, but for me, going back to the drug thing, like I said, my mom used to smoke weed back in the day. That's the weed that had the seeds, and they used to use the easy white paper. And I ain't never liked that, right? So I thought that was corny, especially when we grew up too. You had the crack is whack. You had all those campaigns on TV and shit like that. And then seeing a lot of my friends' moms and uncles and shit, crackheads, because we had a lot of crackheads right next door to us. You know what I'm saying? See people stealing from their families. So I always looked at drugs crazy. Then I remember growing up, like being in Miller Park. If anybody knew about East New York and knew about Miller Park back in the day, it was just crazy in Miller Park. So I remember coming to Miller Park one time, me and my cousin Paul, and my brother, we come in the park, and I remember this kid, he was just drunk, real drunk outside, and he was just throwing up mad green shit, right? Green, and I'm like, what happened to him? Oh, that nigga was lit last night, you know what I'm saying? He was drunk, he got mad, we got lit last night, drunk, and we smoking, and he just kept, and I remember saying to myself as a kid, I'm never gonna be like that. And I said, the day I smoke weed is the day I die. That's why I never did it. It was like, so in my mind, I did the opposite to want to wait, because I never wanted to look like the crackheads. And I saw seeing dudes as I got older, they start trying other shit, right? So I'm like, I'm never doing that. Then it didn't make, then my common sense started to kick in. I'm not saying everybody didn't have a common sense. When you start selling drugs and shit, right? You start selling a little weed and shit like that. How niggas is smoking this shit and we supposed to sell it? How niggas is not, we selling this shit, but you smoking half of it. Like, what we doing here? So my mom would never let me do certain things because I was like, I'm never gonna be like this nigga drunk in the park every single day. And he was like he was like elementary school. He was a teenager at that time. Say he was 17, 18, we 13, 14. And like, I'm never being this nigga.
No, I get that. You know, because I'll tell you this, at the same time, that was just like me with weed. Like, weed was never my thing. Everybody around me smoked weed. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't touch it. Like, I was just like, that shit ain't for me. First of all, with weed, I did not like the high. I didn't like the fact that it made me off point. You know what I'm saying? That just wasn't my thing. But in the same breath, everybody deals with trauma differently. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing I always say, because I'm always careful about that, like, about labeling people who can't deal with certain things as weak. I try to be careful with that because, once again, everybody deals with trauma differently. You know, some people may drink, some people vice maybe vagina, some people vice maybe sweets, some people vice maybe marijuana, some people maybe coke, crack, whatever. You know, we just have to understand that sometimes people just feel that they need that escape.
Shout out to Miller Park, real quick. Shout out to Miller Park in East New York, man.
Shout out to Miller Park, man. It's just like, you know, like we all go through our little bouts of depression at times, right? And you know how, like, when you going through that shit, you just be looking forward to nighttime so you can go to sleep to kind of escape from that shit. And that's what the drugs are for these people. It's just not having to deal with the world, you know?
But I will tell you this. I found something to be my escape at that time. It was music.
There you go.
So the music really got me away from a lot of other shit too. Like, so I have to say that. I ain't gonna sit around and say that I was Superman. And I was blessed. God has always put somebody older in my life to be like an older brother.
And you had that support system.
I had a support system. I've always got it. When one left or somebody died, somebody always came around and was like, yo.
You have to consider yourself very fortunate.
Fortunate, yeah, definitely. I'm grateful.
These young men out in our communities don't have anyone other than a lot of times it's their peers, right?
Nah, but I will say this though. I don't mean to cut your wisdom on that, but I want to say this. Because a lot of dudes got offered the same thing I got offered too at that time with some of the guys that helped me out. But a lot of them dudes didn't think those dudes was cool. Like, nah, I ain't listen to that nigga. Now he can go do that. I'm getting this money over here. So it's also about the choices we made. Because
everything comes down to the choices you make.
I chose to go, nah, I'm doing this over here. And I think because of the choices I made, my life went a certain way.
Yeah, but the choices you made are a product of how you were raised, who raised you, the community and the village.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're 100% right about that.
You know what I mean? And not everybody has
that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I would go left. Like, my friends would do something and be like, we gonna go do this. And they'd be like, and I was never a peer pressure dude, neither. Oh, you a sucker. You whack for that. All right, cool. I don't care. And I go about my business. You know what I'm saying? I always go find something that I want to do. Like, I never was, like, really peer pressure to do other things. Not saying that I could be peer pressure, but it's very less than likely. You're not pressuring me to go do this.
Peer pressure wasn't really my thing.
My thing. Like, you couldn't really go. If I didn't want to do it, I didn't do it. I'm not doing it. I don't care how whack you said I am. I don't care if you say I'm a sucker. I don't care what name you call me. Oh, well, I'm going to go do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. And I was just like that, you know what I'm saying? So thank God for that, though. But, yeah, you know, Kodak, get some help, man. Please do for yourself.
Yeah, because, you know, the chances don't last forever, brother. Sooner or later,
they run out, bro.
Your number runs out, and ain't no more chances coming.
Yo, did you watch that Netflix special, what is it called, Leave the World Behind?
Oh, that movie? Leave the World Behind?
Yeah, not special.
I watched it the day before yesterday, and I fell asleep on it. And then last night, I watched it again.
What do you think about it?
I got what they were trying to do. I understood it, but from the perspective of a writer, the story had no ending. And I just think that the characters were very non-reactive to the things that were going on. Like, for instance, you remember that part where...
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You remember that part where dude went to his neighbor's house to check if the neighbors was there, and then he went out the back, and then there was the beach, and there was all the bodies and all of that, and then the plane crashed, and he ran in the crib. Then he goes back to the other house, and he's telling Julia Roberts, like, oh, yeah, the plane crashed. Like, I just don't feel there was enough. Like, it's something like that. Or even like when the big-ass tanker, when they were at the beach, came on the shore, right? I just feel like it was like, okay, a big-ass boat came on the shore. Like,
but I agree, and I disagree with you in that. I felt like, what's his name?
Mashara Ali or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember his name, but the black
his
brother.
His name was GH. His name was GH in there.
Yeah, the black brother.
George.
The black brother. I think they set up his character to be that way, because from the beginning he knew
what was going on.
He knew what was going on, and he didn't want to overreact to his daughter, to the white people that was in the crib. He didn't want to overreact. So I feel like when he came back, he just didn't overreact because his daughter mother was on a plane, and he didn't want her to think that
he didn't want her to think that the plane
mother
crashed.
was dead. So he had to keep calm. So I think with the beach, the tanker shit, you know, sometimes white people in movies, sometimes you ever see they always do the crazy shit. They just fall like, la, 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 shit just happened. I think they was just that. The tanker happened. And
But even Julia Roberts' husband, like, when he tried to go into town and the Spanish lady tried to stop him, then that drone was dropping all of those
things. Yeah.
And then when he got back to the house, they were like, oh, so how'd it go? Oh, it was cool. Like,
now he was crying when he came back.
No, he didn't expose that to them. And then he brought it up like, oh, yeah, this fell from a drone or whatever. And then that's when...
No, wasn't he crying when he came out?
Nah, he wasn't crying.
Remember. I think
and that's when the son was like, the flyer said death to America because he saw it in some video game.
What I will say about... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What I will say is that I think those things are like signs of what can happen. You know what I'm saying? I just saw on the news China just infiltrated the port system in America the other day. So those things are happening right now.
Well, I will also say that about a month ago, they had discovered like the Chinese Secret Service had like a secret police station in Chinatown.
I can believe that.
Yeah, and it was like a month ago. It was somewhere in Chinatown. I don't remember exactly where, but they had like a home base set up. Like it was like a precinct, that they were communicating back to China. I don't know what they were doing with it, but
what I will tell you is, man, what it made me think about is more than anything. What it made me think about, we ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? If something happened today. Like we keep, we live in America, so I think we've been guarded with a lot of things. We ain't really, thank God, we ain't been attacked on the home front
but
here.
But it's inevitable.
But you look at what's going on in Gaza and Israel and all that stuff. Like this shit can happen, right? Like
I think it's inevitable.
And how could you be ready? Like we ain't gotten. Yo, let me tell you something.
I think the problem isn't that we're not ready. I think that we're so distracted that we don't even care to be ready.
Yeah, that's true too, but I just don't think people are ready, bro. Because I go back to, because I know you're going to say like the phones and shit like that, and people be doing other things, but this is what I would tell you. Do you remember like Hurricane Sandy? Do you remember the blackout? Do you remember 9/11 before?
I remember all of that.
Yeah, but we didn't even have social media like that then.
But what I'm going to tell you is
people wasn't still ready.
What you have to understand is being prepared is a mindset. That's what it begins with, first and foremost. People couldn't even handle the lockdown, bro. People were losing their minds from having to stay at home.
Yeah,
you understand, like, it's a mindset, and I think that a lot of what's going on is to make us mentally fragile. And I think that's what's been going on over the last 10 to 15 years. We talk about it all the time, how when we were coming up, bullying was just a way of life. You understand? You got bullied. You got to the point where you got tired of getting your ass kicked, and you fought your bully, and it was a wrap. You understand what I mean? And these
now somebody
days,
get bullied, people want to kill themselves.
They taking their own lives. They taking their own lives. You understand? And I think that the mental fragile, like people have become so mentally fragile. And I, like, once again, and I'm very careful with that word, I'm not calling anyone weak, you understand? But what can we really face, in all honesty?
What I'm saying to you is, I still think that you gotta have essentials, right? Niggas don't buy batteries, you know, niggas who got simple as flashlights in their house, canned food, you know what I'm saying? Things to clean water.
Everybody can't afford a war bunker, bro.
No, I'm not even saying war bunker, but you don't even got the essentials, man. Like, you know, it's so funny, before I had watched that movie, you call me crazy, I was on Amazon looking at food packets. Like, they don't perish for like 25 years. They sell you two in a bucket. It's like $150. You get like 100 packs of food or something like that in a bucket. And from time to time, I just be looking at shit and buying stupid shit on Amazon. Like, they got these gloves I got the other day. You can't cut them with a knife. They could break glass, all kind of shit. I be preparing with little shit all the time,
but
bro.
you know,
and I don't know why.
You know, there's two ways that you could look at this, right? You
I always got my little shit, though.
You could look at it as people aren't ready. But you could also look at it as, damn, this world, it's like it's a sad day where we've gotten to the point where you literally have to live your life prepared for the end of the motherfucking world, bro.
Nah, definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but you should be prepared.
But you should. No, I'm not arguing the fact that you should be prepared. I'm just saying that, damn, civilization and humanity has really gotten to a sad point.
People were mad at that movie because they say they was mad at Michelle and Barack Obama because of the line where the girl told him, "Yo, you shouldn't trust white people."
The what?
Yo, listen, that was a real line, bro.
That was real. And then not only was it a real line, but then understand that when he went to his contractor's house, it showed you that.
Yeah, but I will tell you this though. This is what I will tell people. And that if that time to ever come, be very careful who you trust.
All I'm going to say,
people are going to take care of self-preservation.
It's self-preservation, but I'm going to also tell you this. Once the laws are removed, people are going to go back to who they are.
Definitely.
That's the reality, because what you have to understand is a lot of people in this world changed only because the laws did. So once there's lawlessness, people will attempt to go back to who they are. They're going to go back to their original nature. That's the reality.
Yeah, that movie was, yeah. Listen, man, go get your flashlights. Look, for New York City people, figure out how to get out of New York City, because that's gonna be a killer.
Yo, you know what was crazy? The shit with the Teslas, how they were using the cars to block the exits.
Yo, but didn't we talk about that the other day?
Oh,
they got that feel safe on your car.
That's why they want the electrical cars, so that they can have total control.
Yeah, I just seen today they just recalled like hundreds of Teslas today, but. Yeah, that's crazy.
Another interesting part too to the movie was
we just giving y'all the whole movie.
The daughter, the little girl, being she's so enamored with watching the last episode of Friends that she was totally oblivious to what was going on around her. And I just think that that's a metaphor for how distracted we are by all the bullshit that we see on social media. What's going on with Diddy? What's going on with R. Kelly? You know, everything that's on the blogs. You know, we're kind of perusing through and we're skipping past everything important in the world so that we can get to all the gossip. And the gossip isn't truly what matters.
Yeah, man. Once again, go get your neighbors, know your neighbors.
I mean, but is it a distraction because we sitting here talking about a goddamn show on Netflix?
Yeah, but it can go down, bro. We see, you know, like I told you before, it's unfortunate. But in our lifetime, we've seen a lot.
Oh,
bro.
We've seen a
lot of things happen in our lifetime.
We saw the Challenger. Remember the Challenger shuttle explode?
We saw the first bombing of the World Trade Center. We saw the second one when the buildings fell.
The pandemic.
We saw Hurricane Sandy.
Hurricane Sandy. We saw America go to war, the Gulf War.
We saw the blackout. You know, it's so many things that we seen. Like nothing is far fetched, bro.
No, that's why I told you. I think an attack on home base on American soil is inevitable.
I hope it don't happen in none of our children's lifetime or our lifetime.
I think it's inevitable, and I think that it'll probably happen within the next 20 years.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I agree. Hopefully not, but I think it's inevitable. I think America has made many enemies, and I think that even a lot of our allies secretly don't like us. And I think that it's inevitable, man. Motherfuckers is tired of y'all shit, America.
Well, listen, let me make enough
Well, I'm
money.
here, so I should say all shit.
Let me make enough money so I can move somewhere else.
The only place you can move is the moon.
Let me move somewhere else. Oh, yo, shout out to LeBron James and the Lakers, man. I just want to shout them out for winning the in-season tournament. Y'all know I'm a big LeBron James fan, so I was very excited this Saturday when I seen LeBron James.
How excited were you?
Very excited.
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me, sorry. I had an acai bowl before. That was my dinner. Yeah, but LeBron James, they won the first in-season tournament. So LeBron just put another check on his name or something else that he accomplished. And yeah, shout out to the Lakers, man. Just want to give the Lakers a quick shout out.
Do you love LeBron?
Yeah, I like LeBron James a lot.
No, I
man.
said, do you love LeBron?
I love LeBron James basketball prowess. Yeah, Why?
Just a question. I was curious.
Listen, man, let's get into some other news real quick because we've been going on and on and on and on and on.
Till the break of dawn.
Let me ask Mo a good question. I don't know. I don't even know what question. Oh, well, I seen this crazy thing. Seen this girl. She just went to jail because she caught her man cheating, and she shot the girl in the house and killed her man was cheating with. Right. So my question is to you. What would you do if you came in your house and your lady had a dude in the house with her?
I feel like we've had this conversation before, but if I came into my home and there was another man there, I would walk. I mean, is he just there? Are they in the middle of doing something? Like,
it's suspicious. It could be in the middle of doing something. You know, it's not a homeboy. It's somebody she.
And I've never met this man a day in my life.
Just,
I mean, bruh, I'm not shooting nobody. At this point in my life, I'm not even fighting that man, bro. I mean, listen, as long as he stays in his place, I have no conflict with that man, bro.
Yeah, I'm just asking the dude to leave.
Yeah, I have no conflict with that
he
man.
got to go. Me and her got to deal with it, whatever we got to deal with. But yeah, I don't understand people who fight the other person. Like, you don't know. She could have told him she ain't got nobody in the crib. You don't know what he told. And even if she told him she had a man in the crib.
He doesn't know you shit. He don't know you. That's why I always say,
she invited him in.
Unless me and that man are friends, I have no business with him.
Yeah, he one of my boys.
Unless we're friends, I have no business with that man.
Yeah, you right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand people that want to fight the other person. Like, deal with your spouse, the person that you in a relationship with. That other person, unless it's your friend and you know that person, like Mo said, deal with your spouse, man. Deal with your spouse.
Control your emotions.
Yo, another crazy thing in New York City. This is gonna talk about some New York City news real quick. A couple things. You seen the building in the Bronx that fell? I don't know if y'all see the building in the Bronx. That part of the section of the building from like I don't know, it was like 6, 7, 8 floors. Came straight down. All the floors in one section of the building, like in the corner of the building. I think it was like all the bathrooms. And thank God nobody died.
I mean, we don't think about this, man, but these pre-war buildings in New York City, I mean, these buildings are hundreds of years old.
But they had a lot of violations, they said. They said they had over 100 violations, but now y'all...
And a lot of these buildings aren't maintained, man.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate for the Bronx. Bronx just be having it's like a bad bag of dope in the Bronx. I don't know what be happening in the Bronx.
If you want to know about the Bronx, follow my man Ace General. He always has the good news about the Bronx. Ace _ General _
They're gonna beat them down in the Bronx. New York City. Every week we seem like we come over here and tell y'all about a new driving rule, new driving tickets they have. Well, they got 2 more new driving tickets.
I just mastered the speed camera, man. Yeah. Come on, bro.
Well, if you have noise pollution, y'all niggas with the loud booming system in your car, or the big trucks that making all those noise, you can get up to $2,500 a fine for noise pollution in New York City. They have noise pollution.
I could deal with that.
Cameras, right? They also have cameras for exhaust pollution. So now they have cameras that can pick up how much exhaust your car's coming with, and you can get fined and get a ticket in New York City. So they got, only thing they telling me, they got cameras for everything.
You know what I don't understand? How can they give you tickets for your exhaust if your car passed inspection? Because that's a New York State inspection.
I don't know, bro. They just said that's what they doing. I guess they want to double up. Like they want to make sure if they don't catch you on the inspection, they catch you with the camera. So, yeah, I think it's crazy. I seen another thing too. This is not really New York City. It looked like it was New York City. It was a kid fighting today, not today, but he was fighting. Looked like, and his mom's. He was hiding behind his mother. Because you know some of the ops, I guess, was trying to get at him behind his moms and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Saw that video. It was a little disturbing to me. Only because I feel like once somebody mom's is there, it's time for y'all to go.
That's it. That's it.
It ain't no more conversation after that. You catch him later or another time, but his mom showed up, saved him for whatever happened. I'm not saying he was right or wrong because I don't know what happened. But his mom's is there. There's nothing to talk about. Yo, we gonna catch you. Tell your son we gonna and keep it moving, bro.
Question. I mean, once again, like, I agree with you, but when I see things like that, I'm like, okay, but what did the kid do? Because you remember that video of that girl who went to that girl's house, knocked her door, and had her moms and was slapping?
Slap her mother?
What,
Yeah.
what if it's a situation like that, though?
I heard Shorty got murked for that.
Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is, what if it's you don't know what that kid did? That's why a lot of times when I see these videos of people getting lit up or getting done filthy, and I'm like, damn, I just want to know what, before I give my take on this, what did they do?
I don't care what he did, unless he did something to some kid, God forbid, then his mom's is there, bro.
What if he smacked somebody's moms like that girl did?
Oh, we gonna catch him. He gotta come outside, Mo. They always have to come outside.
No, I hear you.
Like your mom's is there, somebody's mom's is there.
Nah, listen, there has to be codes. I totally agree with that. I was just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. And another new thing in New York City that I think is kind of crazy that's happening. They are building the tallest jail in Chinatown. Right? So I'm laughing. I laughed when I saw this yesterday because the reason why I'm laughing, because it got to be a property move to close down Rikers. Because there's no way they was getting rid of jails, right? Or changing how the jail was structured.
Where are they going to put all those prisoners?
Yeah, they're just going to move to another part of the city, which they have the tallest jail in Chinatown that's being built right now as we speak.
Yeah, and trust me, they're not going to lose all that money.
Yeah, now they want Rikers Island. They want Rikers Island. You know Rikers Island is close to the city.
They want Rikers in the sky.
Yeah, and they talking about jail reform and all that. Nah, this is a property grab, bro. Don't let them fool you. Because I didn't even know they was building a jail. I heard they building one in the Bronx. And they also building this one in China. I don't know where else they putting them at. But yeah, that's what they doing. They just putting people in different parts of the city. And it's funny that it's Chinatown, right? Because Chinatown is a part of the city that not too many people, regular people just go to and hang out. You know what I'm saying? Chinatown is really where all the Asian people really at. The Chinese people are down there. And they putting it in that neighborhood, bang. And it's crazy because they wouldn't.
They probably felt they could just sneak it in without nobody.
Because they wouldn't put it. Because they used to have Brooklyn House downtown.
Downtown, yeah.
They got rid of that. That turned gentrified.
Recently.
Yeah, that got gentrified. They not gonna put it probably dead in the smack of a black neighborhood like that. Because, people, the black community probably go crazy. So cool, we're gonna put it in the Chinese community and put it right here. That it's bugged out. And then we're gonna take back Rikers Island and take that back and say, we want to do jail reform over there. It's just a gaffle.
What do you think they're gonna do with Rikers Island?
It's right next to the city. They're gonna build houses and condos over there.
So it's gonna become like Roosevelt
Island. Yeah, they're gonna build on top of that. What do you think they're gonna do?
It's crazy.
It's right next to the city. It's right across. You take a boat. They're gonna have boats going over there. You're gonna see people playing on Rikers Island, doing all kind of picnics. You crazy?
Not even knowing the history of it.
Yeah, that's what they doing to Rikers Island, bro. The gaffle out here is so crazy. The Jedi mind trick they pulling on you.
It's Monopoly, bro.
Yeah, it's bugged out. They make it look like one thing, but it's something else, bro. Like, it's just something else. And I want to ask, just talking about Rikers Island real quick, how's important to you, just real quick, I know we've been going into these conversations today, but just to have a healthy support system. Are you a person that need a support system, or you think a healthy support system is needed for you to, in your life or towards your success?
I think I've gone a majority of my life without a support system to some degree, but I do think that it's one of the most important factors I think to achieve success, you know, almost, I'd say no one can do it on their own. I think that it takes a village, you know, as they always say, and that's from raising a child to growing into a healthy adult. It's great to have mentors. It's great to have good friends who have your best interest at heart. It's great to have people to lean on. And when I say to lean on, it's not even necessarily financially, but sometimes you just need somebody to vent to, you know. You'd be surprised how many people didn't end up in jail simply because at that time when they were emotional, they had the right person to talk to just to calm them down. I know that there have been a lot of my friends who I've stopped from doing stupid things simply because at the time when, you know, they were caught up in their emotions because of something that might have happened, I was there just to lend an ear. You know, I know even with me, I think back to my younger years, I know that there was a time where one of my close friends stopped me from doing something that would have set my life on a totally different trajectory. I might have spent the rest of my life in jail because of that, you understand? But because I had somebody that cared enough to seek me out that night and to sit there with me and allow me to vent and to convince me to take my ass home, you know, that didn't occur. So I think a support system is one of the most important things that you can have in this world.
Yeah, you know, a healthy support system is very, very, very important for you to have, man. I think my life is structured about support systems. There's always somebody there to tell me that I could do it. There's always somebody there to tell me that, you know, I could be better than what I even thought I was at that time. You know what I'm saying? Support system, not just somebody championing you and cheerleading you, somebody supporting you with love, man. Like, I think, you know, people forget how important it is just to be loved on. Somebody that you know you can go home, whether it was my mom and I knew I could go home and hug my mother, or my mom, you know, she got a meal for me, or my girlfriend, or you know what I'm saying, or even my daughter sometimes was my support system, and they didn't even know she was my support system. And she was a little girl, like, because she made me strive to be the best me that I could be. And you know, a lot of times if I didn't have her, I don't know if I would be as far as I would be, because the tenacity from with her in my life made me go even harder, because I know I couldn't disappoint. I didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't want to, you know what I mean? And it was that push. So, you know, I see a lot of ladies out here talking about, sometimes they talk about what type of man they want. But sometimes I challenge a woman to say, what type of woman you're going to be to a man that needs your support, that needs your push, you know? I heard a lady say today, she don't want to deal with a dreamer. You know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy to me.
It is, but I understand.
But for me, don't want to deal with a dreamer. Don't be there when my dream comes to fruition either. That's what I would say for me, right? Because for me, I was always a dreamer. And I always dreamed that I could be this and I could do that and I could do that. And those dreams pushed me to be where I'm at. But it was people in my life, even some women that I dated, that was like, yo, you could do that. Why are you not doing that? You could do that. Like, you could go get that. And I accomplished a lot of things in my life because of that. Because somebody was championing me, bro.
But you know, that goes to show how much some women don't understand men, right? Successful people are successful because, believe it or not, that successful man, even when he's at this level, he's dreaming about being at this level.
Yep.
So every man that succeeds is a dreamer at some point. Yeah, like, you know, I don't care if that man is a billionaire. Guess what? He's dreaming about getting to 3 billion.
We always striving to do something else greater. Because once I accomplish this, I'm going to accomplish something else.
And that goes to show that that's the problem with a lot of women these days, is that you don't acknowledge that man until he brings his dreams to a realization, not realizing, like, you want to love him for getting to that level, not realizing that his ambition, determination, at one point he didn't have it, and all he had was his dreams, and that's what pushed him to that point.
Yeah, but somebody, especially like, you know, a significant other, when you got that support system for your significant other, especially as a man, I'm just talking about as a man, right? Because I don't know how women deal with that. But
Chris,
I
I'm
think,
shooting my show. I'm gonna call you right back.
Oh shit. All right, bet.
All right, bro. Yeah, that was my nephew.
yeah, I don't
What
know,
up, Christopher?
I don't know if I'm pretty sure it's the same way for women too, right? And I think you got to support your woman too.
Of course.
But as a man, I can tell you from a man's standpoint, when you got somebody who's speaking life into you every single day and telling you can do it in a positive manner, it's like you're gonna try to strive to do everything that you can, the best as you can, so you could give her the best that you got. You know what I'm saying to you? You could give y'all the best that you got. For me, at least for me, that is. If I'm talking about for me, when I remember dealing with my daughter mother, and back in those days, and she used to help me pick out my clothes to figure out what I had to wear on stage, and yo, you can't go out the door like this. Just her believing in me to go
Of course.
it was everything. You know what I'm saying? Just her. I remember when I came home like with my first plaques, and she was like, "Yo, I ain't never really think this was gonna happen. You really did it, yo." And she's like, "Yo, that's so dope." And I could see like the gloss in her eye. Yo, that meant everything to
Now,
me,
you know
bro.
what's crazy? I always used to
Everything.
say, if I look in my woman's eyes and I see that she think I'm the illest man on this planet, I'm gonna go out there and move heaven and earth to make sure I prove to her that shit is true.
True, yeah.
You understand what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, some women probably tell you they got men that don't move that way or don't do that. Men, yeah, y'all just dealing with the wrong dudes. But you know, it's great to have a support system.
I think that when they say the whole dreamer thing, and women talk about that all the time, oh, I'm not believing in potential anymore, right? But every man, you're dealing with potential, because no matter what point a man is at, he has the potential to be more, or the potential to remain exactly where he is, or the potential to lose everything. Like, that's always going to be a reality. There's always a potential. Nothing in life is a guarantee, you know. And this is why I always say, never measure a man's worth by those tangible things. Measure a man's worth by his character. Does he have ambition? Does he have determination? Because those are the things that are going to deem how far in life that he gets, you know. Some men, believe it or not, as hard as it is to succeed, I wouldn't say that they stumble across success by luck, but some men just happen to be at the right place at the right time. You know, some men, they gain wealth through ill-gotten gains, right? Which a lot of us have done. But once again, if those characteristics of determination, ambition, steadfastness aren't there, every man you're going to be dealing with is potential. So I think it's crazy to say that you don't want a dreamer. I think, you know what? Maybe she didn't explain it correctly. I think what she might have meant is she doesn't want a man who's a dreamer but isn't putting any effort towards
His dream
or action.
Nah, but you know,
towards
there's women out there that don't want to be a part of the process.
Of the process,
They want
right.
to be a part of the success. You know what I'm saying? And that's a thing too.
It is, definitely.
And you know, and I'm just saying, if you don't want to be a part of my process, don't be a part of my success, bro. Don't be here for when it's all polished.
You know what I always say? I always say, I don't want to be a sure thing for a woman. I need you to gamble in some way on me.
So let me ask you this question. So I see this with a lot of pretty girls too. You know, everybody pretty these days though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get to be pretty. Do you think beautiful women are lazy women?
I don't think that I could put beautiful women in a box and just say beautiful women
All
are lazy.
beautiful women, right?
Yeah,
You think some beautiful women
because
are
I've
lazy?
seen. Listen, I've seen some women who are 4s and 5s that have the same expectation as
That's
dimes.
but I was about to say everybody's beautiful today.
These days, you
Yeah,
understand
everybody-
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I can't. And don't get me wrong. There's a term that I created called pretty privilege, right? Beautiful women. I think it's a double-edged coin, because beautiful women have a sort of advantage, right, in this world, but at the same time, as much as they have an advantage, they also have a disadvantage, right? Because yes, beautiful woman gets pulled over by a cop, he might not give her a ticket. You know what I mean? She may walk into a door and the opportunity may be handed to her a little bit easier.
So do we make beautiful women lazy?
But in the same breath, beautiful women at the same time also deal with more people with motives and agendas, right? They deal with people trying to use them or get something out of them or manipulate them. So it's a double-edged coin. It's a double-edged coin.
So wait a minute.
I pretty privileged.
Yeah, I think some. Well, listen, man. I think some people who know that they got it like that, they may exploit that too.
Look, listen.
You might exploit it and then use it, right?
Of course.
And then you might feel like you're taking advantage of when people feel like they just using you for your prettiness. So I think it works hand in hand.
It does to a degree. I mean, I always say that sexuality is a superpower, right? And I always say that once a woman realizes the power of her sexuality, a lot of times she gets corrupted by that, right? Because you got to ask yourself, if you woke up tomorrow and realized you had a superpower, whether it was the ability to fly or the ability to walk through walls or be invisible, would you be able to not use that power?
Nah, I'm definitely gonna use my power. But what I'm saying to you is how you use it. You can
Yeah,
abuse
exactly.
it.
Would you let the power corrupt you?
Corrupt you,
corrupt
abuse
you,
it,
and make you evil.
Yeah. That's the difference, right? And I'm gonna tell you this for all you pretty chicks out there. I don't care how pretty you are. You ain't coming to my life not doing nothing. Your prettiness ain't getting you nowhere with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that straight up and down. Like,
but I also think the world has changed. The world is changing. I think whereas 30, 40 years ago, a beautiful woman could literally sit on her ass and not have to work and be taken care of by a man. I think the world that we're now entering requires for that woman to do more.
There's nothing to me than there's nothing more disgusting to me that you're beautiful on the outside
and ugly on the inside.
On the inside.
Yeah.
To me, I don't need nothing like that in my life.
That's called pretty ugly.
Yeah, you're definitely pretty ugly at that point. Yeah, there's nothing more disgusting to me than that. Like, if a woman can't do nothing for me, and I don't mean nothing for me like tangible, just be in my corner, be there for me, be a support system, and she wants me to do everything for her. She can't even have a sandwich for a brother. Like, I mean, you don't even gotta talk. If you just want, and you're not ready to pour into me, just like you want me to pour into you, I don't care how pretty you are. You can just walk on by. What that song say? Walk on by.
But that's why I say it's very important.
Yeah, I don't need that in my life.
It's very important for a man to decipher the difference between a woman who's looking to be loved. Hold on. It's very important for a man to be able to decipher the difference between a woman who's looking to be loved and a woman who's just looking to be admired. Because love requires reciprocation. See, admiration, it's one-sided, right? She's just looking for you to give, and for her to take.
And for you chicks that be trying to trick these niggas out of their pockets, talking about, oh, he just ain't got it. He can't. No, he ain't got it.
I'll be the first to be like, I don't.
Stupid enough.
I don't know you.
He ain't stupid enough to take care of you because you ain't ready to reciprocate and give nothing back. Yep. And if you ain't into mutual interest with me,
nope.
I'm good. Like,
I don't give a damn what you look like.
I don't care how fat your ass is.
You can go look like that over there.
I don't care how big your titties is. I don't care about none of that. I don't want it. Like, if there ain't no reciprocation here between us, we don't got to do the same things. Just because I give you a bag or you got to give me a bag, nah. But
yeah, ain't no keeping score.
Yeah, ain't no keeping score on that. But it got to be reciprocation.
You know what, man? At this point in my life, I've just matured to a point where, yo, bro, I love good people, and there's nothing more beautiful than when you find a beautiful woman who has a good heart. I don't know if you remember this, right? Mm-hmm. You remember there was this young lady that I was dealing with, and I stopped messing with her. And you know why I stopped messing with her? I remember. I know what you're talking about. You remember, she came to my crib, and she was like, oh, on my way here, we drove by the projects, and I saw these kids on the benches, and they had a camera, and it looked like they were shooting a show. And I started smiling. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Like, I felt like, yo, I inspired these kids to, So I was proud. And then she was like, I don't know what the hell they got the camera for. They need to just accept that they going to be in the projects for the rest of their life. And I'm like, what? Yo, bro, I swear to God, I never, ever went on another. I never saw that woman again after that. And it was because, yo, you are ugly inside. How could you talk like that about children? You get where I'm coming from? So I don't give a damn how beautiful, how pretty you are. If you got an ugly heart, man, or you got a malicious heart, you can stay wherever you at. Seriously, like at this point in my life, like I just so appreciate good people, man, with a beautiful heart. You know what I'm saying? With no maliciousness inside of them.
100%. Real quick question for you. At this age in your life, you think you can still have kids being 47? I just turned 47. You just turned 47. Can you see yourself still having kids at this age? And when it's too late to have kids?
First and foremost, I love children, right? I love my kids. I love children. Is it a must for me at this point in my life? No. But if I was to meet a woman and fall in love with a woman who has no children, then I would enter that relationship understanding that chances are she's going to want children, and I would be open to it.
Yeah. I would have kids at this stage when I could have a full-time nanny.
And wait. But once again, I will say, but at this point in my life also, I have to be married before I have kids.
Yeah, now I just have to have a full-time nanny. That's what I need. If I have children, I gotta have a full-time nanny right now because I still want to be able to go out with my lady. I still go able to have fun. I might need two. You know what I'm saying? I need a nanny. If I'm gonna have a child now, I want to have like my mom's still, you know, young enough to, you know, watch the kids, but I don't want to give my mom no kids and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I want, my daughter's too old to babysit. You know what I'm saying? She out the house. Like, nah, we got to have a full-time nanny at this age. You know what I'm saying? When I was a little younger, moms can help out. You know, lady moms can help out. My daughter, she old enough to help out. But at this stage, I would just have to have a nanny around for me and my lady to be able to do what we want to do and be the best parents that we could be because we got the help to do it. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know, man. With me,
that's what I would like. Anyway.
I'm very maternal. Like with my kids, like with each of them, like I played a big part in like the first, you know, couple of years of their life as far as just, I don't know, like I just love the changing diapers and them falling asleep.
Nah, I'm gonna do all that.
No, I know you are. I know you are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like for me, like I just think that's part of the whole experience of having the children is literally the sleepless nights the first 9 months.
I had that already. Yeah. I'm good. I lived that life already. I don't need the experience because I already experienced it. I never experienced it with a nanny, so I would.
No, bro, ain't nothing wrong with having help. You know what I'm saying?
I would love help. Yeah, I would love help with that. You know what I'm saying? If I was to do that.
Because I do believe that some relationships don't survive that process as well. You know, people aren't really built to juggle the stress of dealing with a newborn and still cultivating their relationship at the same time.
100%.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yo, did you watch Squid Games? The new Squid Games is on Netflix?
I couldn't get past the first episode.
So I'm not gonna get too.
I felt it was a disappointment.
I'm not gonna get into it too crazy. Spoiler alert again. I just learned from Squid Games. I want to tell you what I learned. Don't trust women from Squid Games, like from watching Squid Games. You know, there's a scene towards like the middle of Squid Games. I don't know, episode 6, 7, 8, when all the ladies get together and they say, "Yo, we're gonna stand together." And we're gonna, you know, vote each other. We're not gonna vote each other out because there was 22 guys or like 9 women, and then the women couldn't even keep that going, right? They backstabbed each other on that. Then it was like a gay guy who was like, "Yo, I see what y'all girls doing, you know, I'm all for inclusion." So he voted a girl to stay, and then the next round, the white girl voted him right out when she could have voted other people out because he was on the same agenda they was on. And she could have voted somebody that she didn't really talk to, and she got him out of there. Black people are too nice. There was a dude in there, I don't remember his name, he had glasses on there. He was, you know, he was like a captain. And the Asian lady who won, before she had won, she was...
Who still has yet to get her prize
She didn't get her prize money yet neither. Give that lady her money. She gassed everybody out of their bread. But she was telling somebody else, like, "Yo, I don't trust this guy. He an actor. I don't trust him." And the other guy was like, "Yeah, we don't trust him. We should vote him out." And then the next round, the first person he saved was her. And then she started crying and felt bad. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, what's wrong with these women in here, man? You know what I'm saying? It was too much crying for the girls for me all day. They cried for everything, man. And it was just me.
It's their greatest weapon.
Yeah, and if it was it was me, I don't have no problem with no gay guys that was on the show, but it was just like mad gay guys on the show. Now I don't have a problem with that. Maybe they did it for inclusion purposes, so everybody felt like
Everybody gets represented.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, it was cool, but I don't trust women no more, man. Y'all can't make those critical decisions because y'all niggas not even sticking together, man. At least the men, they stuck with a plan. They plan didn't go right, but at least they stuck with the plan, bro.
But you got to understand, plans are logical. Women are emotional.
Yeah, they stuck with the plan, bro. You know?
Emotions shift, bro.
Yeah.
Shift, like.
Yeah, but, you know, I would like to do Squid Games, bro.
You should go for it.
Oh, and there was another part, too. The black girl, she was like on a bridge, and they had made a plan so everybody got a 50-50 chance to survive. And she's the only one that didn't go with the plan, right? She's like, I'm not doing it. Somebody else got to do it. Then she went to the next game, and they came up with a plan, and she the first one to go, oh, we got a plan. Why y'all not sticking to the plan? But, bitch, you didn't stick to the plan from the first. Like, it was just crazy with the girls on the show, bro.
If you don't understand what the hell Styles is talking about, please feel free to comment in the comments. I don't
go watch
understand
Squid
what the hell
Games,
Styles
man.
is talking
Because
about.
if y'all do understand what I'm talking about, please watch Squid Games, man. But, yeah, I was just, Squid Games had me mad with the ladies, man.
I just don't understand why the show was so successful in the first season when it was a scripted episodic series.
I think
don't
they bring it
understand.
back to scripted, though.
Are they?
Yeah, I heard they still doing the scripted.
Okay,
that's something next.
I thought that Netflix didn't want to put up the budget.
Yeah, and then real quick, talking about TV, I was watching. I don't remember the sister name from. She was on Steve Harvey. She like played the girlfriend. You know what Steve Harvey show when he was like the teacher. You know, she was talking to Bill Bellamy, and she was like, "Yo, she felt like that show, her show helped build like 3 networks." Right? She was like, it helped build CW, UPN9 and WB, right? Which was the same thing because, CW.
You know what UPN used to stand for, right?
No.
Underpaid Negroes.
Stupid. But when she said that, and they talked about they talked about Fox being the same way. And I remember growing up with Fox and Living Color. Right? And they had like Martin on at the same time, Living Single. You know what I mean? And they build up these networks.
That's what they do, yeah.
And I remember, we talk about this all the time. I remember when Netflix did the same thing. They had they had all those black movies. B movies.
King of
movies.
Paper Chasing.
Yeah. And then Netflix went and they, and she spoke about that and I really thought about it. I said, yo, so many networks that we build up. Even Tyler Perry, I think, when he had went to, was it TBS at first? Or TNT? With TBS, one of them channels, he put all those shows on for a minute. And we build up all these networks. Like, we cool to build up all these networks, but we're not cool to invest the money in long term.
But you know why that's their strategy? It's their strategy because you use black content to pull in the black audience, right? But the problem with us, we really don't stay loyal to nothing, right? So even when they filter out the black content and they put in all the whitewashed content, we're gonna still watch all of that. The difference with us and a lot of the white demographic is they don't watch our shit, bro.
So I don't think it's a loyalty thing. I think
there's nothing wrong with
no, but I don't think it's a loyalty thing. I think we're so used to
we're so programmed
to being pushed out that we accept whatever.
I don't
is
even
there.
think it's programmed. I don't even think it's programmed to being pushed out. You gotta understand that we're so used to white content. Ever since back in the days.
Yeah,
like,
but that's
all we
also
ever watched.
So we just went back to regular scheduled programming. They pushed the content out. All right, cool. This is what they're gonna give us to watch. We're not used to getting them. So when we get it. Oh, okay, cool. We got it for a moment.
And we love it when we get it. That's.
But they use us for everything. Even
I hope Tubi doesn't do the same thing. Because Tubi right now, y'all got so much independent black content on there. And that's what makes y'all unique. That's what makes y'all special. That's what's drawing all these subscribers to y'all. And I really hope that once y'all amass, you know, these hundreds of millions of subscribers, that y'all don't just filter that out, man.
Listen, man, Tubi gonna change just like the rest of them, bro.
I know chances are they will, but I really hope that that isn't the plan.
Yeah, you know, I just feel crazy because they do that in music. We make everything popular, and then they just kind of wash their hands with us, or they take it over, and then we don't have no control of our own content or our own music, our own creation. It's just bugged out. They start dictating to us what's funny and what's cool, or you know, what's popular. They start dictating to us on our own stuff. So it's just bugged out when I saw that, and I really started thinking about it. And that's the cycle that keep happening. We got to break out of that somehow, some way, because we got to stop just giving our content, our music away for other. We talked about this last week, for other people, other races to run our stuff. We got to find our own way to do our own thing, bro.
Well,
Real quick, even with the Instagram, like at one time you could control everything on here. You could make people getting rich off of this.
But then they changed the algorithm.
Then they changed the algorithm and they say, oh, y'all niggas, too many of y'all niggas is coming up. Like every time we make y'all Instagram cool. It's like, yo, we won't make our own apps cool.
Yeah, because the problem with that is because we are not willing to sacrifice. And a lot of times, I mean, that be the point of conflict between me and you with these conversations. We can't be so enamored by the money. In order for us to take a step forward, sometimes we got to take a step back. So, all right, we may have to try to build this network. It may not have, you know, the same thing like with Ice Cube with the Big Three. He's receiving all that resistance from the NBA, and he may have made more money by just selling it to the NBA, right? It's the same thing like with everybody selling their catalog, what I was saying. All right, yeah, you can get 150 million, right? But it gives you so much power to have that catalog. You might make less. You understand? So there has to be a sacrifice on our part, because it's not just going to be handed to us, and it's not going to be an easy road.
The problem with the sacrifice, and no, I'm saying you're not right. The problem with the sacrifice, you need 100 people in the Ice Cube position to sacrifice, not just the Ice Cube. Because he sacrificed, it doesn't mean anything. 100 other people sacrificing, a lot of people trying to live now, right? So people trying to go, yo, I could get this money now for my family, my kids. And that's where they got us by the balls. And then that's where they got us by the balls. And then the fact of every time we build something that's dope, they either destroy it or they take it away.
They working on, no, they always going to work on destroying. Right. Yo, bro, yeah, the opposition is never going to want to see you win. Like that's the reality of the situation, and that's the reality of the position that we're in. But what I'm saying is, you're right. We may need another 100 Ice Cubes, but Ice Cube, and not saying that he should make the sacrifice, but if he makes the sacrifice, that might be the spark that inspires the next person. You understand what I mean?
He didn't do that. We ain't doing that neither.
Yeah, he might inspire 3 more people. So the next time we got 3 people going at it, then those 3 people might inspire 10 more. It's a process. Listen, man, it's a process.
Listen, man, they might fuck around and puff Ice Cube.
Anything's possible.
This the type of shit that happens.
Anything's possible.
Everybody that tried to buy a network or do something crazy,
womp, womp,
they out of here. Bill Cosby. I can name so many of them. It just never works out. How come it never works out when something always happens, some scandal or something always happens with one of us all the time? It never fails, bro.
I mean, listen, yo, bro.
And we can't push past the scandal or nothing.
Once again, there is nothing that is done that surprises me, because they've been doing it for the longest. Like, and that's the thing. Yo, bro, we know their playbook, because they constantly do the same thing over and over. But we keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Now, 100%. I got a couple more questions, but I'm going to save some of my joints for another time, because we've been running for a minute, and I don't want to run too long over.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't eating nothing but fruit, and I want to
oxygen. And oxygen.
And I want to go home and go lay down, man. So even though I enjoy y'all people every week, I love coming here to do the show.
Thank you for tuning in.
We got to go.
For another episode of Brooklyn Boys Radio. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Heavy on the share. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of comments now on the Instagram, man. So keep those up, man. I think we're gonna do an episode where we just answer some of you guys' comments and stuff like that, man. That's kind of crazy. So yeah,
We've been getting a lot of comments on the Instagram, so keep up the comments and stuff like that. So, and if y'all got any questions, please leave a comment on Instagram or on the YouTube page, and we get back to y'all. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the Wood Stacey.
Shout out to Woodstack.
the
Suave.
homie Tico, my man Swizzo.
Suave, you a bitch ass nigga as always. So you know what I mean? And yeah,
Brooklyn,
we out.
out.